My name is Alison and I'm one of the learning facilitators at Derby Museums. Now today's activity is drawing for relaxation, and we are going to take a closer look at textures and patterns. This session is inspired by the beautiful objects in the World Cultures or the World Collections Gallery at Derby Museums. Now, during this session, we will experiment with and get lost in the art of mark making. So we will be looking at these designs and making our own designs inspired by what we see. First, decide upon the design you'd like to experiment with. I've decided to use this design here because of the wonderful colours, the yellows, the golds, the white and blues. Also, I love the botanical theme with the leaves or flowers that you can see here. You may wish to use another one of the images we have from the World Cultures collection and start experimenting. I am using this curved edge piece of card to draw around onto my base colour. Next, draw in your design. It doesn't have to be the same as the actual designs shown in the picture. We're experimenting and we're trying to create our own design inspired by the World Cultures collection. Draw it lightly with a pencil. Rub out any mistakes. It doesn't matter at this stage. Because the original design is constructed from beautiful, colourful beadwork, I have decided to create my marks on this design by using pointillism made famous by the artist George Seurat. What we want to do is to start our dots, creating our marks on the actual design. Now I'm starting with the yellow of the leaves. I think they are flowering leaves, so the yellow part. So I'm creating the dots. I'm starting with the edge, going around the edge, the outer edge, and then filling in the dots. Don't make the dots too close, because if you are creating marks on card is quite porous, and so the dots will join together and then you won't have any dots. So it's best not to make the dots too close together in the first instance. So once you've done the outline of the flowering leaves, move on to creating the dots of the leaves and the stem. I'm using a beautiful navy or dark blue. Keep dotting, making your marks. Make them uniform in the first instance, and then we can create shading afterwards. The way you create shading is to make the dots more closer together, and also you can create shading by using another blue. So I've used about 2 different types of blue on one side of the design. Once you've done the flower and leaves in yellow and the stems and leaves in blue, now we want to look at the background. Now I've chosen green even though that is not in the original design, but I just want to use green. So I am going to make the top and bottom part of the design more shaded. So I'm going to place the dots more closer together to create a more brighter and dramatic effect, leaving the middle section with dots that are further, spaced out dots. So we can get quite a dramatic effect in the end. Finally, once you've created all your dots and filled in the design, cut out the image and stick it onto a contrasting piece of colourful card. Now, you may just want to do one design, or you may feel that this is something that you keep going on doing, creating more designs or a theme of designs. Once you get into the method of dot making, it is quite therapeutic. I hope you've enjoyed today's session, drawing for relaxation, textures and patterns. Until we meet again, goodbye. Thank you.